Hey you guys, what's up? My name is Reed the Writer. In this video, the topic is my family doesn't support my dreams. Who's been there? Show of hands. I'm looking around, I'm looking around. Who has someone in their life who does not support their dreams? Is that you? Are you experiencing that right now? Have you been dreaming about doing something and the minute you decide to do it, no one wants to support you, or even those closest to you, like your family members, don't believe in your dreams? And even worse, because you're so close to them, what they're saying is hurting you to the death of you. This video is for you. I came up with this concept just because, I've also have gone through that multiple times in the past, and I'm recently going through that now. So I'm going to give out some advice and some love to people who are big dreamers, who have big ambitions and want to do something that's going to dramatically change the trajectory of their life for their good. So stay around, don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about this. I'm here for you. Come on, hold my hand. Hold my hand. Just put your hand right in there. I got you. Don't go anywhere. Drop that intro. All right, how are you guys doing? It's been a minute. I've only been dropping vlogging videos of me writing books, because I'm writing books. Because y'all already know I'm a writer, poet, fictionist. It's not a word, but I'm gonna make it a word. I can make whatever I want a word. It's a word. Fiction writer, but a fictionist. Because I'm a chick, like Empress. I'm gonna ring with it. Right, before we get started today, as you guys know, if you want to support me and my writing, go ahead and check out my books. I have two back there. I have Pink Grapefruit, and I have a little red poetry book called Heartbreak. Crazy thing is, I think it was on Saturday, I didn't make any book sales on Amazon, and I still have this crazy goal, which you guys know about. If you've been following me, then you know. If you haven't, this is my dream. I'm trying to sell 1 million books this year. It's ridiculous, but I've been pumping out a lot of book sales. It's been kind of crazy. But anyway, I didn't see any book sales on my Amazon. I check always at the end of the day. I don't really worry about it too much, but I was saying to myself, dang, no book sales. I'm out here posting on social media. I have all this energy out, and so on and so forth. So I'm forget it, whatever. What was it? I was trying to pay a bill, and I went on my my Bank of America, the little app, just to see how much money I had coming in, just to go pay that bill real quick. And I saw that I got a check, a deposit from Apple. So I was like, oh yeah, I sell books on Apple. I never check my my Apple book sales, just because I don't check over there. I only check Amazon. And I sell books through other platforms, but that's just me. I wasn't looking at it. So I went on, I checked, and I was like, oh my gosh, I sold a couple books here. I'm tripping. I'm mad tripping. So thank you so much. I can't remember where I sold it. I think it was Mexico. We sold 2 ebooks on Apple in one day. One was Mexico, the other one was it was another country, but I can't remember. But thank you so much for supporting me and rocking with me and helping me make my dreams come true. I love that. But if you do want to support me, buy my books, to be in the description box down below. Other than that, let's get started on this video. Man, this topic, bro, it breaks my absolute heart. I hate that people have to go through this, not having your family support you. But at the same time, I understand now, me being 28, me being older, it's so important when it does happen, because it does twofold things. The first thing that happens is you go into a state of just being hurt, of not having your family member support you. Then the second half is you get so, if you're lucky, you get so inspired and so motivated that you go into hyperdrive of making this dream come true, because you almost want to do it in spite of them for having the audacity to not believe in you and to bring that negativity into your life and speak over your life just negative stuff. And I don't understand why these people come into your life all the way, but I kind of do now. They come into your life to disturb you from achieving this big, huge thing that's going to impact millions upon millions of people. Where there's always light, there's always going to be darkness, because the darkness hates the light. And that's kind of how you got to think about it if you're in that position. But here, let me tell you my story a little bit, then I'll get into some really cool talking points. So it was a couple weeks ago, like actually 2 weeks ago, and I have this family member. I don't want to say names or who this person is, because I don't want this person to be attacked or people to find out who this person is. But this person is very close to me, and we're related. This is my family member, and me and my family member, we got into like a really, really, it wasn't a bad argument. He was having his issues, with life, and him going through whatever he was going through, which I understood. And that's fine. It's fine to go through things, but I don't believe it's fine to go through something and to take someone down with you while you're going through it. I don't find that fair. Like, if you're having a really bad day, why would you make sure someone else has a bad day? Why would you bring that energy around someone else? Because it doesn't help anyone. Now you got two people who are sad, and it's like a contagion. It continues to spread on and on. So why have that energy? But anyway, so this family member said the most disrespectful thing to me. He tells me that exactly where I'm at right now with my career is exactly where I'm going to be next year. I'm not going to improve. That's basically him saying that I'm not going to improve. My career isn't going to grow. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to see any growth. He was speaking something that was completely opposite of what I believe in. But I had to think about it, and this person who was in my life, who said that, he said a lot of other horrible things about my career, but that was the main one that touched me the most. And I had to really think about that. Like, I was hurt. I was really hurt, because I thought I had somebody who was in my corner, who believed in me, who wanted me to rise to the occasion, especially as a Black woman who's pursuing a writing career. Like, who wouldn't want that? Like, especially in your family, who wouldn't want someone that positive in your life? It baffled me for the longest, but I had to take a step back and take another step back from my feelings and my emotion, because you have to get out your flesh sometimes with people. You might be thinking, oh, this person is my mom, this person is my dad. You have to take a step back out of you being related to this person and you being that close to this person, and look at them as who they individually are. And they're a person, and people are flawed. People will say the most jacked up things to your face without even realizing that their words have so much validity, have so much weight behind them, and they'll try to tear you down. And it's really sad, especially if you're trying to achieve something. And they come out of nowhere. Like, they don't care about you when you're nobody. Like, I'll say this, me and this person, last year, I remember crying to this person and saying, like, I hope my career takes off. Because last year, it was 2021, I made a pact with myself that I was going to put in more effort into my writing career. I would write more books, which I did. I wrote a whole bunch of books. I changed my branding. He gave me the advice to start doing ads and do more advertisement, and to go to, these events, to put myself out there during the pandemic, might I say that, and he prayed over me. He gave me all advice. But last year, I was not as big as I was this year. Last year, I started off last year. I probably have a screenshot of it. I started off last year maybe with 1,000 followers. I promise you. And on Pinterest, I had maybe 40 followers. I promise you, that was like the number. It was like 40 followers, because I just started Pinterest in January. And same with everything else. On YouTube, I had maybe 20 followers, because I wasn't really taking that serious. I wasn't taking myself as serious as I needed to get to the next level. Plus, I wasn't selling that many books. I was lucky if I was selling like one book per month. Like the year before last year, 2020, I was lucky. And you said last year as I was growing, but last year I took it serious. I put in the work. I didn't hang out last year. I didn't date last year. I focused on my grind. Like the only outlet I had last year, like beyond maybe occasionally hanging out, is I would go into my little gym set up in the garage, and I would work out for an hour or two. And that was my motivation time. I would listen to my motivational music, my Les Brown, these motivational speakers. I would listen to a lot of the Dwayne Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart, those those type of dudes and their sermons to get myself motivated. And I would go on my bike ride just to dwell with myself. I spent a lot of time last year by myself to get to this level. Then I would come back home Monday through Monday. Weekends too was not hanging out. And I would focus on like, how do I build my brand? How do I get more people to notice me? How do I help more people? Because that's when I started changing my mindset. I was like, it's not about me. It's me helping people, and through that I'll be blessed. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I grew, and it turned into the monster it is now. Now I have thousands of followers on like all my platforms. And now I have more followers on YouTube, which is so amazing. But like last year when I was coming to him, for all that advice and crying to him, like, where are you? Not you, but like, where is like all this gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? When is this going to change? And to see this person this year to say all that about me, success makes people uncomfortable, because what it does is it bubbles all their insecurities to the surface, because it makes them look at themselves in the mirror and go, damn, they did it and I didn't. No, something's wrong with them. No, they can't get any bigger than that. And it happens like that. And don't think like their negativity came out of nowhere. They've been sitting with that negativity for a very long time, and it's only until there's like an argument or a disagreement where they think they have the liberty to cut you down, where they'll cut you down and they'll start saying stuff. And that's what happened. But it really just revealed a light on who I had around me and what I needed to be more aware of. And just like I said, to realize that people are people and people have their own problems. And anytime you try to shine a light on yourself, anytime you try to shine a light on others, there will be those who prefer the darkness, and they will come for you, and they will say the most hateful, ugliest things ever. And the bigger you get, the more darkness you will attract. But you gotta stay in that positive mindset, and you gotta keep shining, and don't let their darkness overpower you. I know I'm going on a little bit of a tangent, but I wrote this down. It's like, people will confuse your cockiness for having unwavering faith. Like, let that really dwell in. Like, people will think you're cocky, but what you have is unwavering faith. If you're choosing to follow your ambition, if you're choosing to go after your dreams, if you're doing something that no one's ever seen before and you're relentless about it, people will be thinking like, oh man, that's Susan over there. She got an ego now. Like, what's with her? She's right here with us in the mud. Like, Susan can't start a bakery shop. Like, Susan, like, that's how people be thinking. That's really how people be thinking out here. It's wild. But like I said, it's just, you're just so bright. It just makes people feel insecure. But don't worry about that. You gotta keep steady, keep steadfast, and to not give in. And here's another little point I have. So when you follow your dreams, you have to have a wild imagination. You have to have faith, hope, and the endurance to deal with all the negativity you will experience early on. And it's usually the early on hate that hurts you the most. And negativity, I mean, hate and negativity, it will hurt you the absolute most, because you're fragile, you're sensitive, you're barely budding out the ground. I gave out this analogy a long time ago, but When you have a dream and you plant it, it's like having a seed. Do you know how small a seed is? How tiny it is? If I wanted to, I could put a little seed in my mouth and just eat that thing. Not that I would, but you know what I mean? Like just little sunflower seed. There you go. I could eat that. And you just chew on it. It's nothing. But it's so small and it's so fragile. You have to be careful with it. Especially when you plant in the ground. Have you guys ever been to a garden? When I was a little girl, I went to Kingsley Elementary up in Ontario when I was a little girl. And we would grow little gardens and stuff, like outside in the ground, before we would put them in a little pot. And my teacher would put little signs around the little plants. Like whoever was growing carrots, she put a little carrot sign, and right next to the carrot sign should be like, there'd be like a little foot, that sign that would say, be careful, don't step here. And she would put all those like little individual signs, like don't cross over here, walk the other way. And it's the same exact thing when you have that tiny little seed and you plant it in the ground. You want to be the most careful with it, because at any moment anyone can come and step on it and crush it. With weeds are the most dangerous when you have new seeds in the ground, because they will suck all the life out that baby seed. And it's the same thing for you. People who see you starting to grow something and they start coming around you and start spewing negativity and hate, they're trying to kill that dream. And you have to put your little baby sign that says, do not step here, back up, because you're still growing and you're not strong enough all the way to fight all of it. But if you can get some measures around you, some baby signs, some little don't cross over here, just to start protecting yourself and to remove yourself from those things, like, you know, pluck those weeds out, get rid of those vermins, those rats, those crows, those squirrels who are trying to look for you and dig you up and kill you, then your survival rate will be even better. It's some crazy stuff. But here are some reasons why people don't support your dreams. Okay. So I know I said a lot, but let's just take this all in right now. Some reasons why people don't support your dreams. You're dreaming too big. I have this really beautiful analogy, because I always use fruits and vegetables and planting as my analogies for teaching. And imagine like this. Imagine wanting to grow an apple tree somewhere where there's never been an apple tree before. Do you know how insane that would be for people who've never tasted something? People who've never seen anything, like an apple or a red type of fruit ever in life? The first thing that would happen is people would mock you. People are going to question you. People are going to doubt you, because that is what people do. We internalize everything, any information we get, and anything that doesn't compute to us, we immediately turn it away. We immediately go that this isn't right. That can't work, because we don't understand how it works. And because of that, it pushes us away from opening our eyes to believing in something that is unimaginable, right? That's why I use an analogy of planting an apple tree somewhere where people have never seen an apple tree before. But could you imagine that for people? And imagine trying to explain the taste of an apple. Imagine trying to tell people what an apple smells like, the texture, what you can do with the apple as soon as you have it. That's you. Getting around people who do not understand what an apple tree is, and you're trying to explain it to them. They can't fathom it. They don't understand it because they have not seen it. Like, seeing is believing for a lot of people, right? And it shouldn't be that way. It should be, I believe in you, and because I believe in you, I will try to see with you. That's a poem right there. That's deep. But you want people to see something, but they can't see. So it's hard for them to get behind you until you start growing it, right? So it's really difficult. But here's my advice for you. Because, I don't like to give advice that I don't follow myself. And since I'm actually kind of going through this right now, I take all this in and I've applied these steps to myself. And one thing I can say is because I am relentless, because of my unwavering faith, because I know I've been called to do something, which is this on this planet, and I'm just getting started, that you can't stop me. Because I have this mentality, I've been able to push myself forward. I didn't start like this. Trust me, if you were to talk to me when I was 21, 22, I was complete opposite. I was shaking. If someone would have said what this person said to me 2 weeks ago, I probably would have been like depression. I probably would have just went down into a hole, and I probably would have said, oh, you're probably right. I am going to be exactly where I am this year to next year. I'm never going to grow. I would have already started killing my dream within myself because of this person's negativity, right? But here's some advice. Avoid contact with these people, including family, and stop indulging conversations with them. Dream killers do exist. I'm probably going to make some merch about that. These people are dream killers. They are out. They're on the move, and they are looking to kill anything that wants to start breathing. They are dream killers. They don't realize that their words have so much weight behind them. People don't understand that their tongue is a sword. Really, your words can either build cities or tear them apart and destroy them. But these people don't understand what they're doing. And like I said, you gotta look at people like they're people. People make mistakes. People aren't perfect. But at the same time, you don't have to be around them. The minute you find out that your aunt or uncle, they're negative, they have nothing positive to say about you and your dream, the minute your mom starts doubting you, your father starts talking badly about your dream, people start mocking you, your friends start clowning you when you tell your friends something and they don't understand it, then they flip around and talk trash about you behind your back about it. You got to get away from them. Because like I said, with you planting a seed in the ground, you got to put those little signs around, like don't step here, walk around, caution. You got to do that with all those people because you're in your infancy stage. In this infancy stage, this is where dreams get killed because you're so weak. You're not strong enough. You don't have enough roots in the ground to withstand the storms. And these are all storms around you. And the only way you're going to survive, especially right now in the beginning while you're growing, is to get away from that negativity. Because it's not doing you any favors. It's not helping you. It's not improving you. For me, it kind of motivates me, inspires me. But at the same time, like, you still go, damn, that mess hurt. Like, God. I'm telling you, this person said that to me like 2 weeks ago. For like a minute, I was like, you don't think I'm going to go anywhere? It was like like, golly. And I worked out. I was a little sad. I went on, but I'm sad. I eat two things. I either get wings, hot wings with ranch, or I'll eat a bowl of cereal. So I went for the cereal just because it was healthier. I have my little Honey Nut Cheerios downstairs. I was like, that's like a healthier thing for me to eat. So I preferred that. But, you know, I was hard eating my little bowl of cereal, sitting there watching, sitting there trying to watch my little motivational stuff. I was in the bathroom eating cereal. Don't do that, that's gross. But I was like, oh man, my heart hurts. That really hurt me. But I got motivated. I was like, oh man, I'm about to blow up. Watch. And since that person said that, boom, hit 14K on Instagram. I sold like 20 books in a week and a half. I've been posting like crazy. I'm like, okay. I've been editing like crazy. I've been making content. It's like, okay, just you wait. But it inspired me. But for the rest of y'all, you don't need to be around that negativity. Get away from it. Don't talk to them. Don't communicate with them. And let them wait and watch you. That's it. You don't got to do anything else. Let them wait and watch you, but do not interact with them because they're going to kill your dream before you even realize it's happening. Because though that negativity will stick in your head. Tell me this, for you guys out there watching it, to the people who've ever said anything horrible about the way you look, horrible about your personality, the way you think, You out there, even when they said it to you when you were a child, don't you remember that? I remember the first time anyone called me a banana, because, you know, I'm very fair-skinned. I'm black, but I'm very fair-skinned. Someone called me banana. And that mess hurt me as a mug. I had been 13. I still remember being called a banana, then being called a highlighter. That was funny, though. But still, I was like, man, it hurts being a little kid. And it was around the guy I liked, too. Someone called me that. And the guy I liked called me a banana and highlighter, too. It was a hard lunch. It was a lonely walk home from school. But don't you remember those hurtful words? Why are you being around people who are going to say hurtful things around you? Get the heck away from them. Family, friends, all that, box them all together, avoid them. If you got to be alone, you got to be alone. The next thing is to stop giving explanations to people who don't believe in you. It's like the analogy, like I said, you're trying to explain an apple tree to someone who's never had an apple before. You can explain it as much as you want. You can give them diagrams. You can color an apple on a coloring worksheet. You can show them a picture of it. But until they physically hold the apple in their hand, they take a bite and they feel the apple, they see it's tangible, and you get social proof that everyone else agrees that this apple is really fire, you're going to be explaining something until you turn blue. Because no matter what you say, they cannot back you up. And I hate that a lot. The majority of people are like that. There's very few people who will back your dream while it's in the infancy stage. But those people are very rare. But for the majority, they will not back you until you blow up. Like, think about all the celebrities now. I remember watching a documentary with Kevin Hart of him torn around. I remember where he was at, where he lived, but I'll look it up. But where he grew up at, and he was trying to do his comedy shows, and him trying to become this comedian. Could you imagine all the people who doubted him then, who are looking at him now? This man is worth like hundreds of millions. How many people now go, yeah, I know Kevin Hart. Oh yeah, me and him were friends. Well, where were you at when he was blowing up? Where were you at when he was at his comedy shows? Where were you? Where were you? Let me get closer. Where were you? Because you weren't there. You were not supporting these people. Like, facts. It's big facts. But yeah, don't convince nobody. Let your work ethic and your consistency shine for you. You don't gotta say anything. Like, it hit a point after I wrote my first poetry book, Pink Grapefruit. I stopped telling people what I was writing. I just started pumping out books. And it wasn't until I got to the 5th book, Walking on the Moon, where people were like, oh man, you are a writer. Oh, you do write a lot of books. Oh, you are a writer. This is me in the corner going, okay. Right? Here's the last thing. And go solo if you have to, and cry it off. When that person said that horrible thing to me, I cried it off. Had my little bowl of cereal. It hurt like heck. I cried it off though. And you just got to keep pushing forward. The amazing thing is life will bring people who will come and help you water your garden. People who are built to help you in that season in life will come to you. I've had these experiences like night and day. Family not believing me, but in return, I've had the most wonderful support system you can only imagine. I have people who've emailed me who are in Africa, the UK, Brazil. I had someone hit me up who was from China saying, and I didn't even have to ask them. They just came to me and they just said, I had this lady the other day, she was from Africa. She was like, I just wanted to let you know I'm your biggest fan. And that's all she wanted to tell me. People will water you. You don't need those people. Boom, they're haters. Huh? You don't believe in me? Bah! Like, back up. Bah! Get that hand up. Bah! Back up. So don't worry about it. You're going to be fine. I know it hurts. Trust me. I know it hurts. Get a bowl of cereal, get some hot wings. I know, get some vegetables. You're going to get through this, but don't stop watering yourself. Don't stop growing. Don't give up. You have a lot to prove, and you have a lot to prove to yourself, not them. So do it for you. Okay? Hopefully that motivates you to keep it going. I'm motivated again. Me at 28, who'd have thunk? I'm probably gonna get a lot more hate in life, but who'd have thunk that I would have got more of it? And it was so close to me. But you know, that's just life. I thought I had someone who was watering me. I actually found out this person was a snake. I found this person was a weed, and they had some issues with me, and they didn't believe in me, and now they have to just wait and watch me grow from the distance, because I can't have them around me right now. I'm still growing. I'm still trying to get out the ground, just like you. So we're gonna do this together. So I believe in you. I know you're going to do it. You're going to do great, phenomenal things on this planet. I'm going to speak it out into the universe. And I'm believing that your business is going to grow tenfold this year. You're going to make more money than you've ever made in your life this year. And people are going to be drawn to you and your light and your business. Okay? So you stay with it. I spoke it. I said it. Claim it. Claim that, right? So get busy. I'm about to get busy. I got some stuff to work on. I got some stuff to write. But I just want to come out here and do this little video for y'all. I want to say thank you so much for all the new subscribers. We hit the 200 mark on YouTube, and we also surpassed, I think it was 1,000 watch hours on YouTube as well. So I'm not too far away from being able to monetize on YouTube. The goal is to hit 1,000 this year, but it's on me. I gotta pump out more videos. But if you are watching this, you know anybody, tell them to follow, like, share. Follow me here, follow me on Instagram. If you want to support me even more, you can buy my books right there in the description box below if you want to purchase them. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple, and Etsy. All right, other than that, you have a great day. I'm believing in you. You got this. Okay, let's do this. Let's work. Ooh. Bye.